Okay, we are building a set of shelves, storage shelves, in the storage and laundry room or utility room. First thing I did is I figured out kind of the average size of things that I needed to put on these shelves. So after a number of years of shopping, I asked my wife sizes of what she needed. And what I did is I just did a variety of sizes. So most of them are around 12 inches, some of them are 14, some of them are 10, and the bottom is enough to allow for a 5-gallon pail and a couple inches to spare. 5-gallon pail is about what, 17 inches or so? So I made this about 19. Then I put all my cleats on the wall at those sizes, put my baseboard in, because now I'm going to put my end wall in and my stiles uprights. So I will put the upright, which is this little unit, which I've already got. I painted it white. Now the cleats are color to the wall, but the cabinet is white. So I wanted the cabinet to be separate in its color to match the trim. So let's set this and I'll be back. Okay, I just nailed this end on. You can see the nail holes right here. And I just nailed them into these end cleats that are on the wall. Of course, these were already done. I had temporarily put this panel up here and marked and nailed all of these on so I could paint them with the end panel. So these are all equal. And then I put this upright style on, and again just nailed it into the end cleats. Now I had to make sure that the end cleats were running fairly consistent in a line. And the reason that I did this kind of this way is so eventually, and there's going to be a center one coming down the middle, I'm trying to get this so if I ever wanted to, oh goodness, get this to focus. If I ever wanted to put cabinet doors on it, I could. Light's messing with it. So I am going to start putting, back here, putting some oak shelving in there. I'll do a shelf and I'll bring you back and show you what I did. Okay, I put the first shelf on. There's just going to be a lot of rinse and repeat here, but show you what I'm doing. I'm using a T20. They're kind of like a golden color. I'll show you what I've got here for interior use in wood. So it gives it a little bit of a contrast. So the gold goes with the golden oak, and I'm just putting a little bit of a space between them like a deck board. And then in the middle here I'm putting a roughly an inch and a quarter, inch and 5/16 by inch and 5/16. It matches the thickness of this here, and so it's just going against the back coming out, as you can see here, and then this center style will pick up, and I'll just put a couple nails in here to pick up the slack in this. Not that there would be a lot, but it just gives a little bit more stability instead of having a 4-foot. This is actually 37 and 11/16. Instead of having that full span where the boards can start to belly over time, we're just going to drop that full 2-inch style. And I'll show you the finished product here in a minute. But I'm going to do all the shelves now. These are varnished red oak, and so I will put the other shelves on and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, as I'm working away at this, there's something I wanted to point out. I put the bottom on, I put the middle on, and then I put the top on. The reason I did that is so as you're putting this on, because this end is hanging free, and what's holding it is the screws on the shelves that you put in there. So if you're not careful, you know, you could start just measuring and this could get longer and longer and longer, and you could push it right out. And so mine were all around 37 11/16, so it worked fairly well. But you just have to be careful when you're doing that you don't push your end panel out of level. You want to keep that in mind all the time. And so what I did is I kept my 8-foot level right here, kept everything in tight and level all the way up. And as you can see, it's running level. So that's what you're looking for. So I'll come back when I get it done. Okay. So I've got the 7 shelves in. Put the center rail in. Other than sanding off and giving it the final top coat, that first shelving unit is complete. So there's going to be a matching one on the other side of the door. That should store a good amount of stuff. So I'll be back when we start and do the other one. The key to this really is getting everything finished before you start, so you're not going to have to edge in around anything. So I just got to do the touch-ups on the face. And yeah, I just dropped this down onto the floor. You may want to put like a little L bracket behind it or pin it somehow down through the floor. I just don't like drilling my tile. So anyway, I'll be back for the next step. Okay, I think I'm going to finish the video for these shelving units. I'd finished up that one last time. This one is now complete. I just have to put the top coat of paint on. I did basically the same type of thing with the center stile. But down here, you'll notice this actually has a rod. And this is for hanging stuff coming off out of the washer and dryer and the sorting table over here. My wife can just turn around, or we can just turn around and hang stuff there temporarily. And still we have space to put the height of a 5-gallon pail if we want to put flour and stuff there or whatever, dry goods. Plus we've got 4 shelves over there. So just in this one room, you can see I've already put the baseboards, started putting the baseboards around in underneath here. I'm just going to get ready to do this one, and this one. But yeah, that oak, that was, can't remember whether I mentioned it in the earlier videos the other day when I was filming, but that oak was the first tree I milled on my mill. And it was a dead tree that was laying on the ground, had fallen down. I don't know how long it had been on the ground, but I got enough good oak out of that to do quite a bit. Better than throwing it away. So the laundry room is coming together. I'm going to swing to this side, put the sorting table and the cabinets over the sorting table and the shelving and whatnot over the washer and dryer. So that's all coming next, and I'll pick that up in another video. But yeah, takes about a day to do each one of those units by the time you paint everything and get it together. So appreciate you joining me. I will continue bringing you along for the interior finish. If you have any questions about how I'm doing it, sometimes I just take things for granted and I want to be able to help you as much as possible. But I think I showed you this before. Just to finish off, everything is done with like a golden type screw. And I think the white and the oak goes great together. So there we have it. We will see you next time. Have a great day.